Guten Abend. This is the Böker Prime Barlow Expedition. Bit of a mouthful. And I was informed, interestingly, that it isn't really a Barlow. It's a Jack. But they call it a Barlow, and it does have Barlow proportions to it, doesn't it? I think the reason that I was told it's not really a Barlow is that this bolster should be at least 40% of the handle to be called a Barlow. Anyway, that's academic. Let's have a look at this together and I'll show you around. I really like this knife from Böker. Böker is a German brand from Solingen, and this is their logo, the little tree. It's often referred to as the tree brand, is that right? Yeah, Solingen tree brand. Now, I'm just going to quickly go over a fault with this knife before we go look at the rest of it, because the fault is significant and interesting, and I did come up with a solution. Now, this little logo, you can see, I'm zooming right in, you can't see it in this detail with the naked eye, but you can see that they've drilled a hole and sunk the little logo into it, and where it's drilled into the micarta, it's left a rough edge. And for obsessives like me, that's a little bit upsetting. So it was worse than this, significantly worse than this. What I did was I ran a lighter over it, just a flame, just quickly ran it over the flame, just got the edges off, and then I got a candle and sort of dug out a bit of wax with my nail and rubbed it into the edge there. Now that has the effect of filling the little gap and just sort of binding the frayed bit of micarta. Now you can still see that there's a flaw close up on this video, but in real life you can't really notice. I'm happy with it now, that's fine. Right, that's out of the way now. Let's admire this knife, because this is absolutely fantastic. Böker, I don't know who checks their knives before they go out, but they deserve a pay rise. This is flawless, apart from the thing that we've already talked about. So, nice olive green micarta with a good chunky grain to it, sort of canvas micarta. It's got these, is it nickel pins or brass pins? I think they're nickel pins here. And this brass bolster, which is sort of, it's not shiny brass, it's sort of tumbled, machine tumbled, I think. It gives it a sort of antique-y look to it. There's also brass, the same brass liners, and the steel is acid washed, so it's not shiny or at all either. So there's nothing shiny about this knife. Let's have a look at what's printed. Böker Solingen with a nice little tree logo. Flip it round. N690 steel. So good steel, I think. It's it's a small knife, so it's not going to be doing major chores. So I don't think it needs to be mega strong or hold an edge for too long. It doesn't come very sharp though. That's not a sharp knife. I haven't touched it, I haven't used it since it arrived. That would probably need a sharpen before being used. So I'll just open it and close it a few times. You can see I'm grabbing it without the nail nick, left-handed, you can see. Lovely snap, walk and talk, as they say. Now I'm turning it around and opening it the proper way. There is a nail nick there, a long nail nick, slightly unconventionally positioned to the back of the blade. You can use it to open it, it's fine. However, it's perfectly easy and even better to open, to just grab it and not use the nail nick. So a good walk and talk, nice and snappy. Half stop there, flush. Yep, perfectly flush in the half stop. Perfectly flush, fully open, and perfectly flush, but out of focus. Perfectly flush, closed, and no gaps. Smooth, flawless. Everything in line. The blade is slightly off centre. However, just push it. Oh, it's centred now. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that bit. This thing is interesting, isn't it? The blade itself, it's got a traditional shaped knife. If we're talking, let's assume it is a Barlow, very traditional shape, a very old pattern. But the blade is not old-fashioned, is it? It's got this huge swedge on it, which is kind of cool. Makes it nice and soft. And it's this acid wash, so quite a modern-looking blade on a traditional pocket knife. It's got this strange sweep downward, so the spine goes straight. Once it leaves the nail nick, dips right down. Spear point. I'm going to say it's a spear point. And yeah, let's measure it whilst we've got it open. The handle is 8.6 centimeters. The blade, I'm just going to go from there to there, is just under 7 centimeters. The cutting edge is just over 6 centimeters. Oh, slightly magnetic. Oh, that's interesting. The width is interesting. So the blade is quite chunky. What's that? Just 2.5 millimeters, I'd say. Now it's quite a chunky. It's square. It's not curved in any way, and it's 1.1 centimeters thick. That's it, I think, isn't it? We've covered everything. It's really nice. Absolutely love it. Oh, sorry. And it comes with this little slip bag thing. I'm not massively keen on it. It's functional though. Works really well. Just pop it in and yeah, keeps your knife safe in your pocket. It's a bit modern though for my liking. I've made a little leather slip for it, just a bit more traditional. But it comes with that. That's good. You know, a lot of knives come with nothing, so that's quite handy. What else can I tell you? I don't know. I think that's it. Yeah, I've covered everything. I've probably forgotten something really important, haven't I? Oh well. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, click like. If you haven't, just click like. It's not going to do you any harm, is it? Subscribe for more knife videos. I also do watches and EDC. And comment below. We'll have a little chat about this knife if you like. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.